Welcome to today's media availability here for the Morgantown Regional, the 2026 NCAA Baseball Tournament. Before we begin here, Coach will open with an opening statement. We will direct questions to our student athlete, and then it'll go back to Coach. We have microphones around, so if you want to ask a question, please raise your hand. You'll get a microphone so you can ask. At this time, we welcome the number 3 seed in our regional, the Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky won 31 games and is competing in the NCAA tournament for the 4th consecutive season, marking a first in program history. To speak to the media today is Head Coach Nick Mingione, and he is joined by infielder Tyler Bell. So, Coach, if you'd like to do an opening statement.
Excited to be back in another regional, as you mentioned, 4 in a row. It's not lost on me how difficult that is, especially playing in the greatest league in America. And so excited, awesome regional, a lot of really good teams. Just been last 2 days, been spending a ton of time on video and looking forward to an opportunity to play in a really strong regional.
All right. Well, we'll open up questions for Tyler.
Tyler, the turf looked like it plays pretty fast and pretty accurate. What are your feelings on the stadium itself?
Yeah, I thought it played pretty close to a dirt field, funny enough. The grass area, if you will, was a little bit thicker and played true to normal grass, and it got to the more matted down turf and played like dirt. So I think that everybody's ready to go. We figured it out today. Took a lot of reps, and we're excited to go tomorrow.
Wake Forest was talking a lot about staying in control and not letting the other team kind of dictate. How easy or hard is that to do against a team like Kentucky?
I think that we're very good at it. You know, we've gone through it with different kinds of pitchers, whether they're working the clock against us, and I feel like us just truly playing offense whenever we're on offense and playing, offense on the pitching side as well. Like we know how to work the clock, and I just think that we're ready to go. It's not going to affect us at all. It's our game.
Tyler, you had postseason experience last year, and obviously you have Wake Forest ahead of you tomorrow, but with the possibility of lining up with West Virginia again, what can you remember from last year that they did against you in the box?
Yeah, I don't remember too much. I just play my game, stay with my approach, and ready to go.
Kind of expect for the atmosphere tomorrow? Everything's like sold out, so it should be a big crowd.
Again, I just stay within the lines. Nothing really affects me, whether there's 5 people in the crowd or 5,000. Just play my game. Same with all the guys, and I think that everything we've been working for is all going to work out for us.
The SEC-ACC rivalry, does that mean anything to you guys? Do you think anything at all about that?
We're just going out again and just playing our game, and we're ready to go.
Any further questions for Tyler? All right, Tyler, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And with that, we'll open up questions for Coach.
Coach, you said you were watching a lot of video the past 2 days. What video were you watching, and what can you tell us from what you've seen from Wake Forest?
A balanced team. They have obviously speed at the top. Williams, an elite base stealer. They have power. They have left-handed hitting, right-handed hitting, and they play baseball. They're a very fundamentally sound team.
Can you give us an update on Braxton?
He's good. He practiced today, full practice, BP. He's got to wear his mask, and he's got his helmet where he's got to wear the cage, and so far so good. So we'll check and make sure that he feels good again tonight and tomorrow, but we fully expect him available to be able to play.
Coach, I know this may be looking ahead a little bit, but Coach Saban's talked about, hey, you all scrimmaged in the fall, had workouts there and everything. So does that play into this any? Does that give you at least a little bit of familiarity with what you might see from West Virginia?
What scheduling on his part? He got 2 of the 3 teams in his regional. Coach Saban's, I guess call him a prophet or something. Unbelievable scheduling. Obviously, a lot has changed between his guys and our guys. And in a day and age where you literally have video of every pitch for the entire season, it's kind of hard not to watch the video. But as far as their style of play and what they do well and things like that, yes. It just seems like being in this part of the country, I guess a credit to both programs that seems like we continue to get paired up. And in regionals, which makes sense, like it is this part of the country. But what a job that he has done. Super complimentary of him. And he is an Embry-Riddle grad. We do share that together. So getting lots of text messages from all the folks at Embry-Riddle that obviously, like you said, not looking ahead. That's a long ways from us even playing them, and who knows if we even play them. But he's done a great job.
And then for tomorrow's game, the 2 versus 3 always seems like it's really important getting that first win, not getting immediately into the elimination bracket. Is that a back of mind thing? Hey, we can't leave anything in the bag when it comes to that first game?
I've had a lot of people reach out to me over the years, and they'll routinely ask, like, hey, what's one of the keys to winning a regional? I'm like, hey, it's a lot easier if you just win the first 2 games. It's not a slam dunk, and it's still not a layup. But, boy, does it make it easier if you can win the first 2 games.
Coach, your team steals a lot of bases. Has this been is this tailor-made to your roster, or has this been like a reoccurring theme of you guys swiping a lot of bags throughout your tenure here?
That's a really good question. We made a decision. When I first got hired at Kentucky, we played at Cliff Hagan Stadium. And the way that ballpark played, I quickly learned that it played different than Kentucky Proud Park. So we have structured even our recruiting efforts to identify speed and power. It's 2 things that are really hard to find. And we have set up and tailored our roster to be able to do just that, to have speed and power. And we feel like this year again, with over 100 bases that we've stolen again, that we have intentionally set up our roster that way.
Coach Walter was pretty excited about telling us how the 2 aces were going to go against each other tomorrow. Can you just kind of confirm that and what went into your decision in regard to who was going to start?
We actually haven't decided who we're starting yet. So no decision has been made. I think there's a lot of people assuming who we're going to throw, but as you know, in the postseason, we watch video, and we have quite a few guys lined up to be able to throw, but we haven't decided on a starter yet. So we are continuing to watch video, and we'll make a decision in the morning.
We got to see Tyler from the West Virginia point of view last year in the regional. He was a freshman starting shortstop for you guys, does the same thing, all SEC this year. Can you just talk about how he is as a player?
He's special, and I've been coaching for 25 years, and it's not every day where you get a second rounder to show up at your school. And him coming out of high school, he was the most talented freshman that I've ever coached. And that's saying a lot because I've coached a ton. Guys that have made careers and made a lot of money in the big leagues. But considering his position, when you think about that, we had a second-round shortstop show up. There's very few people that could, in my mind, and I think the scouts and scouting directors will tell you, that it's really hard to get guys that can play shortstop in the major leagues. And there's not a lot of people walking this planet that can actually do that. And I believe he can do that, and he will do that. And so to have him show up, his leadership, Tyler has grown in every single way. We talk about the student, the person, the player in our program, and he has literally grown in every one of those areas. And it's been really neat and rewarding for our coaching staff to hear, even when, we're around him every day, but when he gets to go back home, and the people back home in his community and coaches and mentors of his to hear the growth that Tyler has made, just not only as a baseball player, but as a person, it's been pretty amazing. He's a fearless competitor. There is not anyone or anything that he's afraid of. And he's, in my mind, one of the premier players in all of college baseball.
The team just squeaks into the tournament, but I get the sense that they're not just happy to be here. What exactly is the mindset of the team right now?
When you ask our players and you were to ask me, I felt good about it the whole time. I've been telling them that for weeks. that I feel good about it. And I really believed in my heart that we were going to be here. And there's a lot of reasons why, and I've gone on record and listed them all, right? Like, it doesn't do any good to rip off all the things that we've done now, as you know, John, but we've beaten a lot of really good teams. And so the team just wants to win. We had an amazing week of preparation. I would say that it's been our best week of preparation last week for this team that we've had all year. It has been an amazing week of preparation, and as you heard Tyler, he just kept saying, we're ready to go, we're ready to go, we're ready to go. And you know what? I think most teams, I would hope every team in a tournament would echo that same thing, because it's go time, and they're excited. There's no question about that. Yeah.
One follow-up on making the decision on your starters. By not knowing until tomorrow, does that affect your preparation, your rotation, their throwing programs for the last 2 or 3 days coming in, or at this point in the season? Do you trust them? Are you comfortable, no matter who you end up using or picking, that the other guys got enough work, that they weren't overworked?
Oh yeah, no, they're ready. Like, whoever we decide, and when we decide, they'll be ready. I feel really good about that.
Does that change what they're doing?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
So if Coach Walter were to throw his ace, would that make you more or less likely to counter with yours?
No, I don't. I'm not deciding on who we throw based off of what someone else is doing. I'm going to decide based off of what we think puts us in the best position.
Coach Walter also said that he had probably had one conversation before with you and didn't really know you that well. Is it harder, or is it easier to be going up against somebody who you don't really know?
Yeah, that's a good question. I have a lot of respect for him. Amazing coach that has done a lot of really good things. And when you think about what he's been able to accomplish over his career, it's really impressive. But, you know, I have a lot of friends, I would say, in this league, in our league, and throughout the country. But you have to put that aside, as you know. And, you know, being a leader and being the leader of our baseball program, I carry tremendous responsibility to not only, one, develop the student athletes into those 3 areas like we talked about, John, as you know, as the student, the person, the player, but carry this tremendous responsibility to represent the University of Kentucky and the Big Blue Nation in the right way. So the second that umpire says, like, play ball, it is total focus on our guys and doing what it takes to help Kentucky win. And after the game, we'll shake hands and give each other, you know, hopefully some complimentary tips about each team. But when the game starts, it's on.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. Go Cats.